Eagle. I'm here to say, yo, Show, yo, Money, yo, Zala. You know what time it is.
Welcome to the BlackEagle Godcast. You know the chap, your boy Show Boss in the building. And tonight we got Hartwick fully up. And who we got with us?
My name is Imani.
I'm Kiki.
My name is Kayla.
Alright, Kayla, what's your major?
I am a criminal justice major as well as a psychology major.
I am a public health pre-med major.
I am a business major with a marketing minor, and we're working on an independent study in fashion.
Nice, nice. So, why y'all chose Hartwick?
I am from the New York City area. I knew I wanted to do criminal justice from a young age. My dream school was actually John Jay in the city. I applied to Hartwick as well as John Jay and a couple other schools. However, although my dream was to go to school in the city, I wanted to try something different and something new and go to experience that away from home college experience. That's why I chose Hartwick. It had what I wanted. It was definitely a change of scenery from the city, and I was still able to come home if I want to. It's only a 3-4 hour drive away, so that's a good opportunity choice.
I went to Hartwick because they offered me $200,000 to go there.
Honestly, it's the best policy.
Real talk.
Yeah. It's close to home, so I can come back and forth from Albany to here anytime I want. Yeah.
I'm kind of like somewhere in between both of you. I applied to Edinburgh University, and I had known the vice president. I was promised a full ride. When it came down to it, I could not get in touch with him, and I wasn't here for the games. So I just started applying to anything. Hartwick, I never actually submitted my application. They like emailed me and was like, oh, like, do you want to like join the Hartwick Hawks? And I clicked on it because at the time, like, I had nothing back to fall back on. So I like clicked on it, and they had all my information filled out already. There was one part I had to do. I ended up not doing it because I was lazy. Did not send my application, and they gave me an acceptance letter with a $200,000 scholarship. And it was far away, it was close enough to home that it wasn't like uncomfortable. It's about 6 hours, but it wasn't that far. So it was like, I wanted to get away from the city. And also they have horses.
Because you ride horses, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about that. Tell me about your horses.
We are becoming a club as of next year. This year it's still a team. Past years it was teams. But we have a barn about 15 minutes away from the campus. For about $500 every semester. We get about 3 lessons a week, 8 shows a year in total. Not every player would show at all 8 shows, but roughly, so I've been in about maybe 15 to 20 shows altogether.
Nice.
Yeah, they're terrifying though.
So you, it's a race, or you like jump over hurdles and stuff?
It would be show jumping and equitation. So I myself, in shows, I do not jump. In practice, every now and then I will. But for the most part, it's like, oh, like, can you get on the back of this horse and without knowing who this horse is, can you control him? Can you look pretty while you're doing it? Can you make him look pretty? So it's like, if you get an easy horse, okay, you just need to know simple equitation. If you get like a more stubborn horse, it's about making sure you can collect that horse and, like, you know, don't fall off, obviously. But yeah, we're more like the bougie sport.
I'm assuming you've fallen off a horse before.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The same one, actually. She throws me off every year.
Oh yeah? Nice. Alright, Kiki. What are you into? I know you're into the fashion, so tell me a little bit about that.
I get my fashion sense from my mother. I'm more into, like, I did cheer, so like, yeah, I did cheer for like 6 years until I came to Hartwick. I stopped my cheer experience, unfortunately, last semester, but I'd be vibing. I'm into art. I am an anime artist. I work with webtoons and I draw for webtoons.
Sweet. So if I want to do a storyboard, you could do that. Nice.
Yeah.
And you?
I play softball at Hartwick, and I'm in the college choir. So, yeah.
Wait, you're in the choir?
Mhm.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I'm in the choir.
You're a singer.
Alto.
You're a singer.
Yes, sir.
Interesting. All right. So what year are you?
I'm a junior.
I am a sophomore, but I'm also a junior at the same time.
Explain that one.
I did college and high school.
Okay.
I am a freshman.
All right. So you got three different stages.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your experience as a freshman so far?
I always thought like, oh, you know, I'll be fine. Going away from home, I'll be okay. Like, it's not a big deal. However, once you're there, after a couple of days, it does start to hit in. Like, I'm not home anymore. My family's not here. And it's definitely an adjustment. It's always great to make friends, especially at Hartwick. There's a week for the freshmen to just like meet each other, and there are activities. There was a barbecue, there's volleyball games for us to play, which is a really thoughtful way to help freshmen like branch out and form a friendship and form groups. But you know, the homesickness does hit in every now and then, but it definitely does get easier, especially if you make friends and you meet people.
Hi.
Hi.
Kayla. Hey.
And what was your experience like?
When coming to college, I would say I'm a completely different person from when I first came. And I was just shut in, did not like people, didn't talk to people. People talked to me, I replied. And then like when I started to get to know like the good people around Hartwick, that's when I started to branch out and break out of my shell. So like coming out here and like coming to college helped me discover myself in a way.
Hey, your turn. Tell me what's going on.
I don't know. Okay, so as like a freshman, I did a college prep program during my high school years. It forced me to go to Lincoln campus and live in a dorm room for, I think, 7 weeks. We were allowed to have no technology that connected to the internet, so like contacting your parents, a dead deal, like it wasn't happening. So being as though I did that, coming here as a freshman was very easy for me. I've been away from home before, like wasn't the first time.
Okay.
So I immediately like started thinking about like how I treated people. Like in my high school years, I was very mean. I was very much a jerk.
Really?
I didn't like anybody in my hometown. They were all very not my type of people. We did not get along, so I didn't want them to be my friend. So I wanted them to not like me. So I was a very disrespectful person in high school. And we ended up, when I ended up coming to here as a freshman, I was like, okay, I can't continue to treat people this way my entire life. Like someday, like something has to give. So I did start like trying to be nicer to people, but still trying to stay like myself. And I think it was only this year I kind of hit the perfect combination.
I was about to say, it always seems like such a friendly person. Nice vibe.
And if it's warranted, no, not at all. But I'm not like a jerk for no reason.
I was just about to say, so you could be a jerk.
Yeah.
That one too. She can't stay quiet.
What?
Yeah. She be
Oh
right
my
with me
God.
and being a jerk.
No, not
Evil twin, evil
Kiki.
twin.
Yes, exactly. Evil twin. That's where the name comes from.
If you do it, I'm gonna do it.
You do it, I'm gonna do it.
Hop out of the car and do it.
And that's evil twin.
That made me evil then.
Evil twin. Evil twin.
Got our
Oh
back
my
equal
God.
then.
So are you a jerk too? Or you're not a jerk?
I'm gonna turn her into a jerk. But that's the goal.
Actually, no. I used to be kind of an asshole because I would say things without thinking before I said them. But, you know, we don't do that anymore. I'm not a jerk anymore.
Okay.
We're working on when to turn the jerk on and off.
Ah, interesting.
But there are a lot of improvements, I would say.
There are.
It's
They're
amazing.
great.
Thank you.
All right, so so if you're given a high school student that's is going to go to college in your field, what kind of advice would y'all give them? Whichever one want to start first.
Accounting is as hard as it looks. As a business major, I came in and everybody was like, oh, accounting is this hard. Like, I can never pass this class. I took it 3 times back to back. Like, I don't like that professor, like this, that, and the other. And as a freshman, I was like, it's just because you're not doing your work. No, accounting sucks. Accounting is very hard. Time management sucks. I had to do financial accounting first, which is the first one. And then my major required I also do managerial accounting. However, now I don't know why, considering an accountant minor. Yeah, they said if I like added on, it wouldn't affect anything as far as my progress, because those two are so closely aligned. So I might end up going into like taxation.
Interesting. And who, Kiki?
I would say to upcoming freshmen into college, I would say take advantage of getting to know your professors, go to those office hours, because like if you fall behind and you know the professor, they'll be more lenient to like accepting your late work. Go to class. Why spend money when you're skipping class? It's stupid. Make sure your assignments are on time.
Read the syllabus.
Read the syllabus. And just know that your freshman friend group that you're with, probably like the first couple of weeks of school, will not always be your true friends. Just watch who you're friends with, because they can always end up an interesting character.
For me, I would definitely say take advantage of the opportunities. You know, if your dream is to, let's say, pursue criminal justice like me, you don't have to make that your only option when it comes to taking classes. Like, there's so many things you can do, even if it's not for your major. Explore. Like, college is a chance to find yourself, you know, and discover what you like. Yeah, honestly, just
That is true.
take advantage of the opportunities.
Good for a second.
I'm sorry, so hard.
Alright, let's take a break and then we'll get back. Yeah, man. Welcome back to the Black Eagle. You know the chop go, the hottest podcast in New York. You know the vibe. Yeah, we have Hartwick in the building doing the do. Okay, so tell me about your sorority, the sorority life, the Greek life, the Greek life. Tell me about your Greek life.
Your life is scary.
I'll go. I think Greek life is a great way to, you know, make friends and build bonds in your community. It's a great way to branch out and meet other groups. You know, I think it's definitely a good way to get connections and meet people.
What made you go into the Greek life? Like, was it something you thought about before, prior to coming here, or?
I never saw myself as a sorority girl. I'm not gonna lie to you. I never considered it. Honestly, it was the people I met. Well, I met these two. We became friends, and I don't know, I saw the way they participated in their community, and I thought they definitely had an impact, and that was something I wanted to leave as well. I've seen like the friendships and, you know, the family that is created within.
So you don't have to talk good about them because they're right here, though.
I'm insane. It's crazy.
I'm just kidding.
No, see, she may be a jerk, but not sweet.
Okay.
But yeah, it was definitely, I think, the people and the connections and, you know, the warmth and the love that comes from it, like your own groups and stuff. That sisterhood is definitely a bonus.
For
sure.
What about both of y'all?
So, I don't have siblings, but it feels like having actual siblings. It's like sometimes, hey, like we're like best friends. Other times we gotta. Sometimes you gotta battle it out. Right. Like it. I think I got into it. I had a friend, Rain, who she was in a sorority, and she was in it for a minute. She was telling me about it, but I never seen myself as a sorority girl, and I really didn't care about what she was saying. And then one day it was like her 21st birthday, and she like really like sat down and talked about it. And then over the summer, she was like, "Oh, I want to invite you out to all these parties." So she was inviting me out to all these parties and dinners and events and stuff like that. And it turned out these were all like rush events for a sorority, and the girls were actually pretty chill. So I was like, you know what? I have nothing else to do with my life. Why not? So I got involved in it, and it is like a really good way to make connections. It's a really good way to meet new people. It's a really good way to like find things to do that you would have never known you could do. But it can be terrifying. It can screw up your life in every which way if you do not like, if you're not careful with it.
If you're not for it. Or give me an example of a way that it could go bad.
Well, it's like you have to, if you find yourself in like a frat or sorority that you were like, oh, I like these people, but there's a couple of them like I don't love, that can really mess you up. Not only is it gonna like create problems in your own organization, but you are looked at as a organization as like a group. So one person, that image that one person has will be projected onto everybody in that sorority or frat. So if you end up like with a group that you don't really like these people, and like you go to parties or you go to events with other organizations, they see you guys arguing and this, that, and the other, you have just pushed away almost everybody else in town, because a lot of them are Greek life and they don't want those problems. So they're just going to simply stay away from your whole entire organization, like your entire friend group, like yourself, to make sure they're not involved with those problems.
Makes sense. Drama.
And then there's also like the mad parties that can really stop you from doing homework.
Yeah.
Say what kind of vibe you got?
For my time being in Greek life and up until it ended.
It ended?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For both of y'all?
For all of us.
All of us.
For all of y'all? What?
It's a very new development, but yeah.
Yeah,
What
we're no
happened?
longer. See, we're still associated in Greek life.
We're still friends with the sorority that we were in, but Hartwick has a very strict policy against joining unrec Greek life. The sorority that we were in at the time was unrec, so we dropped it a while back.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're still friends, so we just get all the privileges.
We still go to all the parties, still associate with all the orgs, still go to all the events.
Yeah.
We're just not in it.
We're not in it, but basically sweethearts, I guess.
Sweethearts of your own sorority. Your past own sorority.
Nice.
Former sorority?
Yeah. Former.
Oh, interesting, but Uniana is not like that though. I would.
Like the school or the town?
The school. Because they have like a lot of unrecs, yeah.
Yeah, from what I know, they had a situation in the past pretty much trying to tell people they can't be in unrec organizations. I don't know how true that is, but they developed their policy so that pretty much they're saying like if you're unrec, you have nothing to do with the school, like it's off-campus activity pretty much, so they can't stop you from doing it. However, you cannot hold events on campus. So, like other frats would do fundraisers, they'll sell like donuts, they'll sell candy, they'll do like little activities that people can come to, or they'll like do rush events on campus. Unrec sororities are not allowed to do that. They're not allowed to associate with themselves with the campus.
Why would you even want to go in the unrec?
Okay, I can help this with Okay, so like when you look at Greek life at like schools and stuff, there's an image. And that image is important. And like Greek life up here is more for like not POCs. So like they want their girls with blonde hair, blue eyes, skinny, light, pale. Yeah. So like there's like, when going unrec, I guess there's none of that because everyone's accepted and no one cares about the image. I guess.
Yeah, it's like more diverse in unrec. There's a lot of benefits to it. It's also typically cheaper. It depends on like what school you go to. Out here in like Oneonta, we don't have this problem, but like some sororities can get up to like $4,000 a semester. Ours, $100. That's how much most unrecs are, usually 100.
Oh, that's not bad.
All the benefits.
So it could go up to $4,000?
Yeah, I've heard some sororities up to $4,000 before.
Interesting.
Yeah, and they have like a lot of rules too that they like can't. That's another thing. We have like less rules. You can kind of do whatever you want. You made the sorority.
No hazing.
That is true. Hazing is a really big thing in Greek life. We don't get that.
Yeah, never find that.
Unrecs don't do that, or
well, our former one didn't.
Yeah, it depends on the org.
So from being in Oneana, I gotta ask y'all some question about the town. So, right? Favorite place to eat?
I'll take it here.
I never.
My favorite place to eat
is Yellow Deli, and I love my deli waffle.
At this point, you should honestly become the spokesgirl.
Get that deli waffle, y'all.
I haven't really tried many places. However, I kind of have to agree with Kiki. The Yellow Deli has to be my favorite place so far. I'm a simple person. I love me a nice cheese sandwich on the Kaiser roll, some fresh potato chips, and fresh cold apple cider. So good. So good.
See, I have to like stop myself from saying like McDonald's. I do not have very many needs.
Oh, the bento place is also good.
Well, I was gonna say there was like a point in time where I had obsession with sushi, and then Tiger Asian was my #1 place in town. Like I did not care. I wanted sushi at all costs from there. So probably still there. I don't know. I haven't changed it. I haven't made up my mind.
You go through phases.
Yeah.
All right. So since y'all been here, in terms of the college life, what would you say is okay? What's a don't do with choosing classes for your major? Like
no 8 a.m.s.
Yeah, no.
No 9 a.m.s. Nothing after 12.
Before
12.
My earliest class this semester was at 2:30.
For a second, I thought you meant the morning. I was gonna say what?
No, 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I accidentally took a 9 a.m.
Probably. As for like choosing classes, what don't do?
Not too many credits a semester.
Yeah, that's true.
I like to have 5 classes. Better.
Okay, so every semester I wait till really late to like apply. Typically like a week before school starts. It's recommended that you do it ASAP, and people should probably actually do it ASAP by the time I get around to registering. There's no classes that have anything to do with my major.
That's not a good thing.
No, right now I'm taking classes that have nothing to do with anything.
Guess you gotta register early next semester, right?
I probably won't, but I'll try.
What about you guys?
For me, don't cram your schedule. I did that my first semester. And even now in my second semester, I kind of crammed a little bit, but not as bad. My first semester, I was up to 18 credits. I was taking 6 classes, in the choir, playing softball, and a double major. So that was definitely a lot. Don't take on more than you can actually do. Don't be afraid to not take that class. Like, it is a-okay if you don't do it, because by the second, like, by midterms, honestly, maybe even a little bit before that, I was already burnt out, and that's not great. It's not great at all, especially that early in the semester of your first semester of college. It was not great, but I passed all my classes. I made it, so.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me dig in your life a little bit. Is there a nickname or that your family call you? Or tell me a funny story from your family that they will bust on you the minute they see you.
Oh.
I got 100. It's my
Oh,
family.
God.
They need help.
I can go first. Some nicknames my family called me as a kid. K, which is short for Kalo, or KK. My cousin, however, she's 4 years older than me, and she had a very specific name for me. She called me her poo-poo baby. So every time she saw me, she'd be like, oh my gosh, who is it? And I'd be like, she's like, what's your name? And I'd be like, poo-poo baby. And she'll throw that on me sometimes. Because now I'm 18 and she's, well, I'm going on 19 and she's just turned 23? She just turned 23, yeah. And I was just talking to her the other day and she's like, oh, what's your nickname? And I was like, I'm not saying it. She's like, no, you gotta say it. And I said it and she was like, that's right. And I was like, yeah. She never fails.
Still going.
Yeah.
I was called Grapes my entire life. Only by my cousin, though.
It's always a cousin.
And it was because I was a very, very picky eater when I was younger. And so she used to, like, try to get me to like things I said I didn't like. So when I was younger, I was borderline vegetarian. I was like, I do not want meat. Like, do not put any chicken, beef, anything in anything I eat. And she was like, no, like, you're just being dramatic. So she made me like spaghetti and she like mushed the sauce up so much that you couldn't see the meat in the sauce. And she gave it to me and I took one bite and was like, I'm not eating that. I told you I don't like meat. And she was like, there's no meat in it. I don't care what you say. Yes, there is. And so she ended up giving me a bag of grapes. And she like turned around for 2 seconds and turned back around. Mind you, at the time I was like 4.
Oh my God.
And I just had like 4 or 5 grapes stuck in either side of my cheeks. And she goes, why? And I was like, I don't know. Like, why not? Like, at the time, I might have been watching Alvin and the Chipmunks. That was my thing. But ever since then, I've been called Grapes or a chipmunk.
That's very fitting for you.
Oh my God.
That was the chipmunks part. I don't know why, but that's just very fitting for you.
I have not changed much since I was born.
Nice. What about you, Kiki?
Have like a few. Kiki. Her actual name's Kiera, but I go by Kiki. Double twin, because I am an actual identical twin. And when I was younger, I was a menace, and she was an angel. And then it's also Star, because my middle name's a Star, and it's like, I am a triplet actually, but my brother passed away. So all our middle names aligned. So like it went, my sister middle name's a Dream, and then my brother middle name was Beyond, so it went a dream beyond the star.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Interesting. Yeah man, you know, we're doing the do. Very interested, you know. As I dig up in your life. So who's the most influential person to y'all and why?
I would definitely have to say my mom. Growing up in a single mother household, my father was not very active. He was very in and out of my life. It was definitely like not a stable relationship. It was very inconsistent. My mom was my rock. She still is. She's influenced a lot in my life. She was always there for me, through thick and thin. I definitely was not the easiest child. I had my rebel phases. But you know, I still love my mom to this day, and she never fails to amaze me. She's my rock for sure, 100%.
See, I can't picture you as a rebel, so you gotta tell me something that you did.
Something I did.
Rebel life.
I skipped school to see a boy.
Ooh, juice.
I ended up going to school like an hour late. Like an hour, 2 hours late. I think I missed like second period. I waltzed into class. But yeah, that was definitely interesting.
Your rebel life. What about you, Kiki? Your rebel life.
I don't know.
Well, first that'll be about Who's most influential to you? Why? You don't have to jump down in the rebel.
I would say definitely my mother. Yeah, she's a strong woman. She went through a lot of things. Both my grandparents just passed away a year within each other. And yeah, I feel like my mom is like the most influential. Yeah, just my mom. Honestly, just my mom.
All right, so rebel salute.
Me? I was a good child. I stayed in. I wasn't allowed to go anywhere when I was younger.
What was your nickname again? Which one?
Devil twin?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Or even in college, let's be real.
Oh yeah, when I was younger, I used to walk my dog and chase people down the block with it.
What kind of dog was he?
A Chihuahua.
Yo, people were
Is it the same one you have now?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. She's just chasing people down the block like this little girl in this chihuahua.
Oh my mom.
Imagine. Oh.
Phone died.
For like rebels?
She killed my battery.
Whichever one first. Go.
Oh, you know, I hate that we all chose our mom, but definitely my mom. But my mom is kind of like, still is kind of like a badass. And I think that's what it is. She's kind of like the person where like my dad was there, but he wasn't reliable and he wasn't there all that much, but he tried. And she was the type of person, she would like call him up like, hey, like your daughter needs this, that, and the other. And he'd be like, oh, I got you. And then like 3 weeks later, like when it's no longer needed, he'll be like, oh, like, do you still need this? And my mom's like, no, like we already did it. And she was like, so he's very much like, okay, like, can you do this? And he'll be like, yeah, I got you. And she's gonna like make plans to do it herself because it's not happening. And then she also taught me a lot about my party life.
Interesting.
Yeah, my mom was very much like, as I grew up, she was very much a do as I say, not as I do kind of person. What my mother says is very smart. What she does is not always there. But it created a good combination where like I learned like the ins and outs, like the bad and the good. Like
have a balance.
Mother's always right.
Yeah.
Mom was right.
Except for she told me that was a good idea to drive down to Jersey with 2 bottles of Captain Morgan in her system.
Oh.
Is she always right now?
She wasn't right, but she got it done.
Oh my God.
We didn't die.
True.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
I'm tired. What y'all did today?
I did nothing. I slept.
Work. A lot of work.
Work? Where you work?
I work in Binder. I work at the school. I manage and clean all the uniforms. It's disgusting.
Like the football uniforms?
Yeah, I'd be cleaning all the sports.
All the sports.
So I'd be cleaning up blood,
Ew.
underwears.
Ugh.
Yeah, just all that type of nasty stuff. Just people don't have hygiene at Hartwick.
That's true. Those bathrooms are atrocious.
Disgusting.
So, in other words, you don't enjoy your job at all.
No, not at all.
What about y'all? You have any on-campus job or off-campus?
I used to work in the common area, so there's a desk that you have to like swipe your card in to get in there, and I used to work at that desk. And essentially the only thing we do is like they want a count of how many students walk in and out during like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so they can make a better estimate of how much food to make. So literally every time somebody like swipes their card, we just hit the 0 key on the keyboard, and for like 10 hours. However, I did a lot of sleeping. So I just decided against that idea.
Nice. Nice. What about you?
I'm looking for a job on campus, but honestly, I probably don't really have the time to get a job. But, you know, definitely next semester I'm going to look more into getting a job on campus or even off campus if it comes down to it.
Well, so, you know, I have to ask y'all some questions about the things that I do. So I gotta get your music taste. Since I'm a musician.
Rock.
I love R&B and rap.
Honestly, a little bit of everything.
A little bit
Yeah.
of everything.
Like, I can't just pick one because I just have a very broad music taste.
Oh, okay. Alright, favorite artists.
Yeah. I don't know if I was prepared. I don't know.
My favorite artists, all of them are number one for me. It's Bryson Tiller, Chris Brown, Tory Lanez, and Jay-Z.
Mine.
Yes,
Everyone was
you.
just like staring.
Oh yeah, it's his
For me, my top artist is definitely gonna have to be Neo. He's Neo. It's Prince Royce. Morgan Wallen.
Oh, you know he's great.
Last
Yeah.
night.
That's all I can think of right now. And Doja Cat right now. I
Oh,
don't know why.
Doja Cat.
It's all I've been listening to lately. I do not know why, but yeah, Doja Cat.
Nice. What about movies?
I don't really watch movies. I watch the childish ones that I'm definitely way too old to be looking at. I watch like Open Season.
Oh. I love Marvel movies.
Oh, I like The Dirt.
I do love The Dirt.
I do love The Dirt.
Okay, so I have 3 top movies of all time. My first one, and will forever always be my first one. It's an odd choice, but Pride and Prejudice, the 2005 version.
Okay, you're looking at me like I know what that is.
No, I know you don't know what it is, but it's such a good movie. Oh my god, it was such a great. But yeah, it's a great movie. I love Marvel, the Marvel universe.
Yeah, Marvel.
The Marvel universe for sure. And my third favorite movie is gonna have to be Home Alone.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, that's a good movie.
I love Home Alone.
One of my favorites.
Alright, we're gonna wrap it up, and thank y'all for coming, doing the do. Y'all educate us on a lot of things about Hartwick. Yeah, man. So big up to the Hartwick and the Hartwick fans, them, Right. Good night, y'all.
I say, yo, big up the whole of the people who tune in to the can. You know that go.